Bro, same. I don't know if you can tell. Like I got a cold. Like I've been fighting a cold all week. Man, I don't know what's going on. Oh, he stumbled.
There we go.
It was a
Oh,
good
that's still
count.
not bad.
I was saying,
461 and he stumbled.
Yeah, stumble is good.
Yeah. My boy fumbled. My boy stumbled and still got
It's one thing to have all those forced fumbles, but to go into the why and the how, he always put himself in a position. You know, he was ahead of the play. He was savvy about it and helped create those takeaways.
13 career forced fumbles.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's odd that there'd be a linebacker from Iowa at a combine.
Seen one or two of those.
Next thing you're going to tell me a tight end is
in an offensive lineman.
Right.
Oh, speaking of
I think
Iowa
Anthony
offensive
Lucas
linemen,
didn't
we
run
got a treat
anything,
for you,
but he
Rich.
wasn't drilled.
Yeah, Jennings Dunkers is it's an all-time mullet you're going to see.
Oh, yeah.
So Jeremy,
Three good counts.
tell me,
Yeah.
Offhand goes back.
who are some guys that you have been impressed with as far as the combine is the numbers and like who have you been impressed
David
watching?
Bailey.
Yes.
I like what I saw out of Tyreek Sapp.
Okay.
Yep.
I like what I saw when they showed the Malachi Lawrence as well too. So far out of the edge room. Defensive tackles. What can you say about the kid out of Oklahoma, Hallstrom?
Call him, baby.
I figured out where I'm getting the echo from. I'm like going, oh, I still got the video going in the background from Max.
Man, I'm working the phones over here, man. I'm so busy. I'm sorry, y'all, if my attention hasn't been fully because I'm working the phones. I'm setting up meetings and guests on our shows, and I mean, I'm talking NIL, I'm talking NFL, I'm talking, PCLs, ACLs, LCOs, and
got up a little too quick on that one.
CDLs. You know what I'm saying? We got all the L's covered.
Yeah.
And here's the one, boys.
Here he is. That boy. Mama, there go that man.
Faster than that, Caleb. The Orams. This is your first linebacker off the board in the draft. One great.
Absolutely. You think he'll go before Arvell Reese?
Yeah. If he runs as fast as the fastest one right now, 100.
Look, if he runs as good as he jumps.
Right. If he runs as good as he jumps, it's a lot.
An interesting thing to look at too is how many teams asked him if he'd play edge.
Oh, good get off. Good get off. Good get off, son. Go get it. Woo!
4.49, and that's unofficial.
Yeah,
oh my.
Here it is. Shot right out of the can.
Oh my God.
I see you, Mom.
Hey, man. Hey, sound alarm, man. Sonny Styles just committed a crime on national television.
He stole the draft.
He stole the draft. Hey. Wow. Wow. Freaking wow.
Nice. And now we come back into their second time.
That's insane. That is crazy. Holy smokes.
Yes,
no worries. You good. It's a podcast. We good. We live.
By the way, it's a 1.51 split.
Woo!
For who? For Sony?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, he might. Yeah, you might be right, Jeremy. He might be out of here.
Somebody in one of my draft chats said, "Damn, at this point, the only comparison that's right for Sonny Styles is Megatron."
Right, you're a Megatron of linebackers and shit.
Megatron was just a tenth of a second faster. He was a 4.3 guy, 4.3, 4.35, I believe, right?
Let me check on that. That was right before I started keeping track of everything.
If I remember right, you're talking about a Lions guy. That's why I was like, that number.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's got to be somewhere around there. It does 4.35.
My memory hasn't failed me yet. Not bad.
We love to see it.
That is crazy, bro. Go Pack, go all day. Hey, buddy. He says, "Hey guys, what's going on?" That is insane, dog.
You came for the right time.
Just saw Sonny Styles light up the 40 time at a 4.49 unconfirmed. A 1.5 110-yard split with a 43-inch vert and an 11.2 broad jump. That's everything you want. Explosive.
And they're almost always faster on the official time is the scariest part.
Yeah. They fluctuate, and it usually goes down by like 0.02 or 0.03.
Yeah. Yep. It's typically, the last few years have gotten a lot better with it. It's typically 0.01, 0.02. Mm-hmm. There's actually been a few discrepancies this year where a few people have ran a little bit slower, but it's mainly been edges. Oh my God, they said that Sonny Styles is breaking RAS.
Yeah. He's going to get a 10. What else can you put him at? At his height, his weight, his vertical, his broad jump, that 40, the split.
Oh my goodness. Jeez.
Shout out to Kent, man. Kent is a great person if you ever got the chance to talk with him about ball.
I had him on my show one time.
He's great.
Yeah.
Bro, that is crazy.
And he's from Lansing.
Mm-hmm. I was sitting next to him at the Senior Bowl last year.
Oh, cool.
Man's cool as heck. He'll talk to you about ball all day, man.
Oh yeah, and he loves talking about how he came up with it and all the measurables and everything else. Second run, get there. Oh, I wanted him just to get a little bit faster.
Me too. I thought he could have been around 4 or 5.
I think if he'd lean forward instead of standing so straight up, he probably would have done better.
Speaking of which, another example of that right there.
Yeah. And you run straight up, you're taking your momentum away. You're adding more wind force.
You see
that's a good term for Anthony Hill.
That right there.
That is a good term for Anthony Hill Jr. That is a great term.
Great form by him too. That was great form. That's what you teach.
There he is. All right, Jay. We know you're working with limited battery power, so go ahead and give us your quick takeaways from what you've seen live in action at the Combine.
All right. Well, Dante Corleone is one of the thickest built nose tackles that you will see. Holy crap, 6 foot and like 340 pounds. His arms are thicker than 99.9% of any defensive tackle I've ever seen. Very impressive physical standpoint there. Sonny Styles is the freak that everyone saw on tape, and it should be no surprise.
Mm-hmm.
These TCU kids can run like hell. Kyle Lewis, also very, very explosive and fast. Let's see. Who else? Oh, Dramont.
Is Sonny Styles really breaking the Combine this year?
He's breaking Ross.
Oh, yeah. He is.
Yeah, the relative athletic score is gone.
4.54. That's really good, Kyle. Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's real good.
Reese's 4.53 was actually slow for him. I'm gonna be honest. I think he can get it even better in the second time.
Agreed.
No doubt.
Rodriguez's 4.6s was kind of disappointing, but 4.61 is not terrible for him.
No, not at all.
I think he goes faster the second time though. He kind of
Yeah,
he stumbled coming out the block.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like the burst was not quite there at like the first few steps, but I think he can do better.
Yeah, Anthony Lucas didn't run the 40 time, did he?
No.
Neither did Gabe Akers, right?
Did who? Yes. Yeah, no.
Like I said, 4.47, easy.
Yo.
I knew he was going to be getting into those like low 4.4s.
Wow. Here go Arvell.
That was a lot better.
He doesn't break that 4.49. He'll be the second linebacker off the board.
So Jay, what's the what's the buzz around the combine, man? Any last time we were all together at the Senior Bowl, man. You created quite the stir, and now it looks like it might be coming into fruition with Anthony Richardson.
I don't
What
know
else
how
are
he
we
found the
hearing?
second GM, man.
Have you given anybody a drink yet?
I'm waiting. Some of my little birds are talking about where EDC frequents, so maybe I'll try and get a Woodford to him.
You stay away from EDC. The last GM you bought a drink for, he didn't keep his job past that week.
Much better for Jacob Robinson.
There he goes.
Yeah.
Or Rodriguez.
Arvell, 447. There he is. 447. Arvell.
He had to do that. Now watch Sonny go faster.
Rodriguez just got a lot better on his second time.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Goal.
Jack, I just read the comments too. Jack and Lucas were some of the guys I was wanting to see how they tested for sure. Agreed.
Yeah. And by the way, I got official confirmation on Gabe's pronunciation of his last name. It is not Jacas. It is Akas.
I knew it was a word. Yep,
Gabe Hakas.
The J is silent.
Hakas.
Akas.
You know what's funny is I was originally like close to how I pronounced it, and then everybody corrected me at the Super Bowl, and I was like, oh.
I was giving him more of a Jacques.
You should have heard
I was
about
like,
the
much better start. Much better start. Much better start.
I didn't know how to say his name.
Yes, much better start.
Is that Gabe Jackass? That's what they were
Gabe
saying.
That's crazy.
I knew that one was wrong at least.
Yes, so did I. I was like, I don't think so. I think it's at least chicken.
Yeah, you're missing a K and an extra S there, buddy.
Then we get our last two groups of 40s, right?
My man Rodriguez got that. I told you he stumbled in that first run. He was that last one was clean.
All right, let's see. Sorry.
Take your time, man. Take your time.
He looking up at Jay right now. He said, "Jay, you see this?"
Yeah, he just looked at me.
He looking up at Jay saying, "You seeing this?"
Yeah, I made eye contact with him as he was running.
That's we'll know if, based on if he runs a slower or faster time, if it's Jay's fault or blessing.
All right, let's see. Sonny Styles. He's up now.
Woo! Oh, same.
No
That's
bless.
good for him, bro. Sorry is good for him. You didn't jinx him at least.
Sorry.
Coach Evans, yes, he is. Reese is a freak, but Coach, if you think Reese is a freak, then what do you think about Sonny Styles? Because this dude ran a 4.49 at linebacker, and he jumped. What was his vertical again?
Like 11 feet 5 inches.
43.5-inch vertical.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking broad.
Yeah.
Yeah, his vert is insane.
His Styles just got even better.
No way. He just did it. Hold on.
I hear it. I hear it from the crowd.
He just went even better. That's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna spoil it for you.
I heard it.
Wow.
He just
here we go, y'all.
Did he just hit
Hold
the
on.
number?
Hold.
Wait for it, guys.
Hold on.
You're gonna love this.
Great start.
Mm-hmm. And he.
Wow. 4.47
was
Sonny Styles with a 43.5-inch vert. Yeah, he's out of here.
Mm-hmm.
He's 6'5",
Hey,
by the way.
Ravens
And he didn't
fans,
miss a single tackle.
Ravens fans, take him off your mock drafts. He ain't coming.
He ain't
coming. He ain't making it. He's literally doing the opposite of what Kyle Hamilton did. Kyle Hamilton had a terrible combine, which is why he fell to 14. Sony's not trying to make it to the Ravens.
Ivan Evans.
Is he going to be the highest drafted linebacker since Roquan?
I can tell you how. They had Matt Patricia as a defensive coordinator. Trust me. He used to coach the Lions.
He said, Coach Evans says, how did OSU lose games?
Simple. They played the Hoosiers.
There you go.
That's how.
I like my answer better. Matt Patricia. My nickname for him when he was our head coach was Matt Patricia.
Do you know that he they just extended him, by the way, Matt Patricia?
Yeah, I know. Big mistake, but
Sonny Styles is rolling, bro. 43.5-inch vert along with a 4.7 in the 40 is crazy, bro.
Yeah, I think it's
Ryan
very
Day.
hard to imagine him not going top 10.
I'm gonna be real. If he wanted to be
Like,
an
come
elite
on.
running back prospect, I think he could do it. If he wanted to be an elite running back prospect,
4.47
could
is not
do
a
it.
bad time for a running back. Yeah.
no, hell no, it ain't.
Especially at that
Especially
size.
for a running back his size. I was about to say, yeah. Especially for a running back his size.
Not bad at all.
Like being said, simple, Ryan Day.
I like that.
All right.
But like I said,
Only Ryan Day would take these freaks on defense along with the freak on offense and Jeremiah Smith and still lose.
All right. Well, I'm going to have to head on out because I am dangerously low on battery, but I appreciate you guys having me on yet again.
Jay, what do you mean having you on? You're literally part of the show. Thanking us for having you on. And
well, guess what? It's an honor every single time.
It is an honor. And why don't you have your power bank with you?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because I forgot if there was the clear bag policy or not was extending to media at the combine. So I was like, I'm just going to guinea pig it for the first day and
Jay,
have one of my friends come in with their bag. And then,
you know what it is? You're home, you're comfortable, and you're slipping. You're slipping. You know, when you're in Mobile and you're in these different places, you're on it and you're too comfortable at home right now.
To be fair, Mobile doesn't have an NFL stadium and the NFL rules. So therefore, the clear bag policy was never a concern.
I don't want to say what I want to say because we're live, and I don't want our credentials to be revoked. So I'm not going to say what I want to say. But yes, sir.
That's not a dismissal of Mobile. That's just what it is.
No, we love Mobile. We love Mobile, but like it's a little lax down there with the rules sometimes. But yes, you check back in with us later on today, sir. And you be sure to bring us some news, and do not send my GM a drink, please.
Absolutely not. We can't get
I won't send him a drink. I'll just send him a shot.
That is a drink.
Not a full size drink.
All right, so we got to tell the story. I'm gonna tell it when you get off, but I'm gonna tell this story. So, you gone?
I'm gone. I'll see you around.
See you later.
Go get the next
all right. So we're down in Mobile, Alabama. It's story time, y'all. We're in Mobile, Alabama for the Senior Bowl. Me, Jay, and Jordan are out for dinner and drinks, right? After the first day of practices. So right next to our table is the general manager from the Minnesota Vikings and some scouts, and also a scout from the Kansas City Chiefs. We all know this Minnesota Vikings GM was what's my man's name, Jordan? The one that just got terminated. Kwesi. Yes, Kwesi. So Kwesi, Minnesota Vikings GM. So we're sitting there, we're having our drinks, we're getting our shots. So Jay goes, hey, I think I'm gonna send Kwesi a shot. He said, I'm gonna send him a shot. I was like, why are you gonna do that? He's like, I'm going to send him a shot, and then I'm gonna tell him he should trade for Anthony Richardson. So he calls the bartender over. He said, hey, I want to send that guy over there a shot, and with a note. So he sends him a shot with a note that says trade for Richardson. He gets the drink, and he says, guy turns around and says, you want us to trade for him? He said, yeah, why not? And then he drinks the drink, and then we laugh and everything. And then 2 days later, Kwesi got fired. And then today, a report came out that Anthony Richardson has been given permission to request a trade, and the Minnesota Vikings are one of the teams that's interested. It's completely bananas and insane to think that like everything came full circle. It's ridiculous.
Yep, I was just typing that in because the people that were commenting from my channel, I said, yes, rumor is the Vikings are talking to the Colts about trading AR-15.
That is true. That is true. They are. And so, but we started that rumor though.
I was gonna say that was our fault.
Jay sent the general manager of the Minnesota Vikings a drink in a letter that says trade for Richardson. A whole month later, the GM is fired, but they're still interested in firing. They're still interested in it's crazy.
By the way, I'd like to acknowledge Senior Bowl weekend. There was already something coming out like, oh, the Colts have talked to the Vikings about Anthony Richardson. That was just us.
That was us. Yeah, that was us. That was us. We were stirring the pot down there. That was us. That came from
Tom Pellisario. There's a big difference there.
Yeah, Jay Pellisario. Jay Pellisario. Coach Ivan said I'm coming to Mobile next year. Hey, Coach, join us, man. Hey, listen, I've been going to the Senior Bowl since 2016, so I'll show you around. Let me know if you get down there, and I show you all the right bars, the right restaurants to get the drinks where you can lock arms and rub elbows with many of the NFL's best. I mean, me and Jordan, we were drinking, man. Who we had down there? They had what's my man name? Mike. Yeah, Mike. I mean not Mike. Tom Pelissero. You had Rap Sheet, Ian Rappaport. We had Trevor Sakima from PFF, he'll be on the show Sunday, by the way. I mean, everybody whoever's who's who in the game, we're all sitting there, we're all drinking, we're having a good time. So shout out those guys, man. Real guys, off air, cool guys. But that's where all the news notes come from, baby. That's where all of the tea comes from, and that's why you keep it locked to the Draft Nerd, so you can get these crazy stories, these behind the scenes stories.
By the way, Sonny Styles officially.
You DM me, Coach. All right, I'm gonna check it in a second.
By the way, Sonny Styles officially comes in at a 4-4-6, so he will be the only 4-4-6 member.
Both of them. Sick.
I'm typing in the official numbers now.
At 4-4-6 for Reese and Sonny Styles. Caleb Alarmed Orr at 4-4-7. David Bailey at edge at 450. Anthony Hill at 4-5-1.
Yep.
At 4-5-3. Namdi Abiazor 4-5-3. Carson Sherrar 4-5-6. Justin Jefferson 4-5-7. Jack Kelly 4-5-7. Jacob Rodriguez 4-5-7. Jack Galday, or is it Golday? How do you say that one?
It's Golday.
4-6-2.
It's Golday. It's Golday. Golday. You got to say it all together like Golday.
Okay, Golday.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jr. got the 4-6-3.
Man, Golday got cooked. He was the one person who got hurt by his time on the unofficial.
Yeah.
Did you see that they changed Styles 10-yard split from 1.5 to 1.51 to 1.56?
Yep.
For who?
Styles. They changed his 10-yard split from 1.51 to 1.56.
Yeah, because they do it with that laser reader in the video and did it down to the minute. So it's a 1.56 for him and Namdi.
No, this kid right here. I need to talk about this kid. When you're done, we can talk about this. This kid, Aiden Fisher from Indiana. He's going to be a steal in this draft, man. This kid, he's got toughness. He's got leadership. He reminds me of like an old school linebacker. He's not going to blow you away with testing numbers. He's not one of those guys, but he has intangibles that you just can't coach. And I just absolutely love him and his skill set and what he did for that Indiana team. That Indiana defense was elite, and he was a big catalyst for it.
And a very high football IQ.
Yes.
I just wrote my draft profile about him today. Aiden Fisher.
Yes, this is the best. I'm gonna be honest. This is the best linebacking class I think I've seen. Yeah, in recent memory, like I can't even think about one offhand that was as good and as deep.
The year that Ray Lewis and all those guys came out, that was the last time you saw a linebacker core like this.
Sony, I'm disappointed in you. You were supposed to show your skills after the draft. Now they having side-by-side comparisons with you and Kyle. It's over. It's over. It was all a dream. Hey, maybe we can get Kyle Lewis though. Oh damn, yeah, he tripping and stuff. Yeah, he gonna be a Raven. Yeah, you know, he gonna be a Raven. That's the Raven special right there, baby. Hey, what's the odds that Sonny Styles goes before Arvell Reese?
I think they went up by at least 25%.
Yeah, I think if you're the Jets, you really got to think like, maybe we're looking at the wrong linebacker. Like, yeah, Arvell was good, but Sony is ridiculous.
Will the Ravens
be in trouble without Harbaugh? No. In fact, I think they'll be better off without Harbaugh. Shout out to Coach Harbaugh. 18 years, one Super Bowl trophy. You got to appreciate the contribution, but you got to also understand that he was a huge part of the reason why the team couldn't get over the hump over the last decade and a half. Let's be real, and I've always been real about this. That team he won a Super Bowl with was led by Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis was the real catalyst and leader of that team. That team doesn't win a Super Bowl without Ray, and they definitely don't win it without him announcing that was his last ride. I think they kind of wrapped their arms around that. That was their rallying cry for that season. When John Harbaugh took that Ravens job, he was not coming in and just completely transform the identity of the team or the locker room. When he came in, the team had already had Rex Ryan at defensive coordinator. They convinced Rex to stay and be John's D coordinator, even though they had passed him up for the head coaching job
for another year.
He came in and he had players like Terrell Suggs, Haloti Ngata, Ray Lewis, Ed Reed. He had Chris McAllister, Bart Scott. I mean, it was loaded. When I tell you, they were loaded on offense. They had Willis McGahee on offense, Derek Mason. They were loaded. And so they were already a team knocking on the door for another Super Bowl. I have to remind people, the Ravens won a Super Bowl in 2012, right? John Harbaugh was hired in 2008. Well, guess what? In 2006, 2 years before Harbaugh was hired, Brian Billick had a 10-11 win team that was the number 2 seed in the AFC during the Peyton Manning and Tom Brady era. They had the road to the Super Bowl going through Baltimore, but they played a playoff game against the Colts in which the offense didn't muster one touchdown, and the defense stopped the Colts from scoring a touchdown, and they kicked all field goals and beat the Ravens in 06. They had a down year in 07, and then Harbaugh got hired in 08, right? So Harbaugh was a good coach, but he did not by any means change the culture or create play like a Raven or do anything. That was already set and created before he got there, and he came and he kept it going. I would say that he did keep it going. He embraced it, and then he carried the torch, but he did not create it. And Jesse Minter reminds me a lot of the Harbaugh situation, where there's a lot of talent on the roster, the team underachieved, but you know that team is that season last year is not indicative of what they can be, and they underperformed, which is why John is not the coach anymore.
Right.
Yes, Jonah, the 06 defense is probably the greatest defense ever, but nobody talks about them because they didn't win a championship.
Right.
I mean, you're talking about Dalius Thomas, Haloti Ngata, Kelly Gregg, Terrell Suggs, Bart Scott, Ed Reed, DeJuan Landry, Chris McAllister, Samari Rolle, Jared Johnson. Oh my gosh, they were loaded.
And loaded. If you go by my team's history, the one that got robbed in the wild card game in the 2015 wild card versus Dallas.
I remember that.
Detroit, and that was legit.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that the same year? That's the same year of the Dez Carter game against Green Bay, right?
Yeah, that was the
I remember that because I remember thinking they robbed Detroit, and then the next week they robbed Dallas.
Yeah. Great. I love that.
I agree, Reflex. Harbaugh is going to elevate the floor of the Giants. I'm not sure about the ceiling, but he's good for a team that has no floor. He'll at least create a floor. So I agree with that 100%. Oh, yeah, LaRon McClain. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but we had, what was that? We had...
yeah, I agree. 2000 Titans defense was really good, too. They got overshadowed by the actual 2000 Ravens defense.
2006 Ravens, the 2015 Lions defense was severely underrated for a lot of people, and they didn't even realize how good it was. It was the second time that teams averaged less than 60 yards a game rushing. Like the first time was the 06 Ravens, wasn't it? Didn't you guys average like 59.2 yards against that year?
Yeah.
We averaged 59.6. And that's when we had Mathis, the rookie year of Darius Slay, our backfield was that was the last year of Louis Delmas healthy.
I didn't even see this because I was so locked in on combine coverage.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all see that Aaron Glenn fell asleep during the 40?
Yeah, I saw that. That was hilarious.
Just stay right here.
He fell asleep during the 40s. That's crazy.
Somebody had a good 40 and he wakes up and goes,
Hold on, Rick.
Eddie Murphy. Then switch hands. For a very brief period, they were, because that was mostly because of Myles Garrett in 2023.
There's a good rep by Kyle Lewis, by the way. I haven't got to watch as much on the drills. That's why I'll watch it 4 times, y'all. Because while I'm inputting numbers, I don't get to see these as much as I'd like to. Big one you look for here as well is trying to make sure that the bags don't move.
Right. Especially when they're tapping them like that.
Yep. Because you're putting too much force in as you bend over.
Our whole division has a lot to work on this offseason there, Go Pack Go. I don't sugarcoat anything. I mean, they had Go Pack Go. The Packers had as much coaching turnover this year as the Lions did last year.
Mm-hmm. And as for the one above it, you all got David Bailey as your best pass rusher this year. Like if you're talking pure pass rusher, maybe. I still have Ruben Baines, my number 1 player on my board. I'm not going to shy away from it.
Yeah, I think Ruben Bain would be the better pick for the Jets, with them just trading away Jermaine Johnson or Devontae Sweat. I think Ruben Bain Jr. makes the most sense for them at 2.
Cool, and it's funny too because originally, like before that trade happened, I said like the perfect world would be David Bailey to the Jets for what they needed, and then Ruben Bain to the Titans for what they needed. And now I feel like it's kind of swapped now McDonald's got traded.
Right.
See, that's what I mean by being a little heavy-handed right there.
Right. And he was also off balance. He kind of fell into it. Sonny did it perfect.
Yeah. That's exactly what he wants.
Oh, he bumped it on his way through, though. He didn't do it.
Yeah. I think he bumped it with his foot. I'd have to see it again, but I think he bumped it more with his foot than he did with it.
I just got
Look at Kyle Hamilton, man. So inspirational. I just got brutally frag mobbed. I bet that wasn't the Ohio State player he expected to be conked to. Nah, they cooking him. They cooking our boy.
Oh, yeah.
Kyle Hamilton.
They're cooking Kyle Hamilton.
Damn, Kyle, what the hell? Kyle, did you even at least try? Kyle was trying to come to the Ravens, man. He was trying to the Ravens.
Look at him with the head forward, though. What a track move. Get that timer to stop as quickly as you can, man.
Yep. But that's what was wrong with a lot of those bigger guys that were running that didn't run a bad time. They just didn't get there fastest. They were just way too upright. If they'd have just leaned forward, they could have shaved off 0.3 of a second by getting their big schnoz across the line. I wish Kendall Daniels would have ran. I know that he didn't. Is there a second group of linebackers going to run later? Or is this it? Oh, this is it, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe that is it. Let me double check to make sure. But I believe because Wesley Williams is there. Yeah, that should be it. Sonny Styles is the last group. There's only 4 linebackers after him. I'm surprised they kind of all did everything in one group today. 3 cones are slowly coming out for defensive ends.
Mm-hmm.
George Gumbs with a 7. I really have to go and watch him again, as I said earlier.
And Danny Dennis Sutton hit a 6'9".
He said, "Y'all sure we don't need a linebacker?" Coach.
6.9 and that 3 cone for Danny Dennis.
Sure we don't need a linebacker. And they had the 40 comparison between Sony, CD, and Kyle. I hate Info Network for their combine coverage. But that's why we're here. That's why we're here to give you our combine coverage with their combine coverage. They can do all the stuff they want on the video, but we're the ones doing the talking and breaking things down.
I hate that some of these guys,
Coach,
because I think Kendall Daniels
Coach Evans is going to jump on the pod. Join us here in a second. So, all right, so let's talk some ball here. What is Detroit thinking in the first round, in your opinion?
I think we're either going to go edge or we're going to go offensive tackle.
Okay, give me some.
Francis Mauagawa, if he falls there, I doubt it. Caleb Lomu, Spencer Fanu, or Caden Proctor. That's what I'm hearing. At edge, you're probably looking at somebody like TJ Parker, possibly Danny Davis Sutton in round 2, but I personally want to go center in round 2, and I don't care if it's a reach. I want Logan Jones out of Iowa at 50.
Okay. We talk about Logan Jones a lot. We like Logan Jones down here.
I call him the trench commander.
We like all 3 of the Iowa boys. We love Bo Stevens. We love Jennings Dunker. We love Logan Jones.
Jennings Dunker probably will end up a guard in the NFL, and guard isn't as big the need as tackle is. If he had,
Jennings is going to be a guard.
If he had a hair longer arms and a little better footwork, he 100%.
I'm excited about him.
Make it as at least a right tackle in the NFL, I think. But his footwork and the short arms, when you got T-Rex arms, you get moved inside, boy.
Yeah. There's a lot of T-Rex arms in this draft.
But from my game film that I watched on Logan Jones and everything he did for Iowa, and you do know that he was a redshirt freshman on the practice squad as a defensive tackle versus Linderbaum when he graduated, right?
I did. I actually just recently learned that.
Yeah. So he actually learned all the hand placements to get back past the best center that year. And then since he knows that, he knows how to negate it on the opposite side, blocking the next 3 years in a row. How crazy is that?
For real. For this one, you want to see how quick their hips move, especially right there. That's the biggest one right there. What a group of linebackers, man. Couldn't find one better.
If the rumors are true and we trade David Montgomery away, I don't think Mauagawa gets out of the top 5 too, unless the Giants are stupid.
Let me ask you this. Would you be fine with taking a Messidor? I know that's been the big argument.
Yes, if those 4 are gone and Messidor's there and you have the choice between Messidor or Parker and you don't take Messidor, I'm slapping the dog's snout.
There he is. We got Super Tally Films. Coach Evans. Welcome to the show, sir.
What's up? How y'all doing?
What's happening, man? Hey, man, you just had me spit out my drink when you say, "Are you sure we don't need a linebacker?"
In this draft, everybody needs a linebacker.
Yeah, and if you really need one, you take 2.
Right? Yes, we need 2. I mean, let's be real. The Ravens, all jokes aside, they actually do need a linebacker. So Roquan Smith, cool, you got him, right? But outside of that, Teddy Buchanan towards ACL at the end of the season. Trenton Simpson is still a question mark, and that's pretty much it. I mean, you got a couple of undrafted guys, but yeah, you don't have a guarantee next to Roquan next year. So yeah, you need a linebacker.
The Lions talk to too. He's a mid late.
Yeah, I like Torian York.
5th round prospect.
You absolutely need the linebacker. I honestly think I think Teddy could be the future. I think Roquan, this could be his last season. So you do need an heir apparent to him. You know, you need somebody that can take that torch next season. I mean, I was thinking Sonny Styles would be a nice, BPA.
No.
Yeah, that you might forget about that.
He's top 10 pick all day now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah. I think if Teddy didn't get hurt,
them young guys play linebacker.
The Ravens signed the wrong linebacker that year. You guys should have kept Patrick Queen and let Roquan walk.
Nah. If you would have saw what the Ravens looked like with Queen before Roquan,
if you would have seen what Queen looked like without Roquan, period.
Listen, people forget the Queen before Quan.
Hey, y'all ain't forgive me on this Queen thing because a lot of people know Queen, my guy.
I like Queen. I like Queen, but Queen before Quan. Okay, so I wonder if you agree with this, Coach. I think Queen was a better weak side linebacker, will linebacker than the middle linebacker. He played weak side linebacker at LSU. Right?
He wasn't even Mike at LSU.
That's what I'm saying. He wasn't even a Mike at LSU. He was a see ball, get ball guy, and getting Roquan allowed him to see ball, get ball.
Right.
Which is why
he's my evolution of Queen. He started off terrible, missing tackles and all kind of just wasn't good. Right before we got Rowe, he got better. And then when we got Rowe, we saw the best version of him.
That's what I was
saying.
He
was never a Mike.
I agree.
And when we got him, he had only been playing linebacker for like 3-4 years. He went to LSU as a running back.
I agree. I just think that when you think about hold on one second.
Oh, my buddy Richard Head. I do something for my regulars. I usually play a little sounder. They love it.
Hey, I agree 100%. So Queen was a good linebacker. Again, we were talking about this in Spaces earlier. So the question was, would you take the athletic freak or would you take the instinctual, the guy who has just great instincts and has an understanding of just where to go, right? He may not be the most athletic, but he understands, he has the intangibles and instincts, right? So that question was me, and I'm gonna ask you guys the same question, but my answer was give me the guy who has instincts, because instincts will allow you to play fast, right? You might not have the most athleticism, but if you know where you're going, it doesn't matter. You can still beat that guy to the spot. Whereas that's what Ray was later. Remember, Ray, the thing about Ray was early in Ray's career, he was both. He was the athletic freak and the instinctual player who knew the game and knew where to be.
Bluetooth disconnected.
And so when he got older, he still had those instincts. He still had that film knowledge of, okay, I might not be as athletic, but my brain is still faster than everyone else's, so I can be there before you get there. Same thing what happened with Peyton Manning as a quarterback. When he got older, he couldn't throw the ball great, but he still knew where to get the ball to before you could react to it.
Tom too.
Yeah, Tom too. So what is you guys' opinion on that? I'm gonna put this to the whole table. Would you rather the instinctual player who maybe not have the athletic ceiling of the athletic freak, or would you say, okay, give me an athletic freak and then I'll coach him up?
After watching Bob Quinn take Jelani Tabai in the second round because he was an instinctual player, give me the freak.
Okay. What about you, Coach?
My answer may be cheating a little bit.
Okay.
It depends on who's beside it.
Okay.
If you got an athletic guy there, take the other, and then vice versa. But if you starting from scratch, give me the instincts guy, because I think instincts. It's a guy that's just finished doing drills or whatnot that I think he ain't very athletic, but his instincts are off the chain. And I watched him a lot last week. Yep.
I knew it. I knew he was gonna say that's my boy.
and the kid from Indiana as well.
You know why I say Rodriguez? Because when this question came up, that's exactly who we were talking about. We were talking about Rodriguez versus Sonny Styles, right? And so Sonny Styles is the athletic freak, but Rodriguez is the instinctual, just linebacker computer, right? And which one would you prefer? The linebacker computer or the athlete who just can out athlete other athletes?
Man, the computer gonna give you more, because those athletic traits will eventually subside.
But if you have them beside somebody, like, for instance, my Lions, we're probably getting rid of Anzalone because he's in his 30s now. and this was last year was the last year of his contract. So we have Jack Campbell there, who just basically became like the number one middle linebacker in the league last year statistically. So if you got somebody like that on one side and then a 5-year vet in Derek Barnes on the other side to help teach him the instinctual side, when you get one of those athletic freaks that are kind of good, guess what happens?
Absolutely. Got a good combination.
Yeah, that's
well, look at when Queen and Rowe played together.
Right.
Yeah.
Rowe was more of the instinctual, A-gap banger, and Queen just ran and got the ball, and they worked well together. Now, apart, that neither one of them look good.
Yeah. Hey, that's a good point. You take them and you put them together, and
hey, I've been there and done that. Empty nest now.
Oh,
Kids growing.
All right, man. Jeez, all right, thank you. I'm in mid-sentence and they just bust in the room. All right, so
defensive guy we didn't see run that I love is Gabe Akers.
Yes, I like Jacobs. Yeah.
I think he has the most violent hands of all the defensive ends in the draft from the game film I've seen. His hand placement, the way he makes people pop up out of their stance.
Who are you talking about?
Gabe Akers out of Illinois.
Yep.
Yakis.
No, it's Yakis. Yakis. We just got it confirmed.
Okay. Yeah, his hands are boxer type. Yeah.
It's like when he puts that double hand into your chest and pops it, it's like getting hit by Mike Tyson.
Yeah. Hey, question about the linebacker conversation. What is Carson Schlesinger? Where does he fit? Is he the computer? He's not the super crazy athlete, right? So he's got to be the instinctual. Yeah, he's the computer. He's the instinctual computer
with some athletic traits.
He does have some traits though. The crazy thing about him, bro, he just won Defensive Rookie of the Year. Yeah. This kid didn't even play football. Like he walked on at UCLA. That's the crazy part. He was a walk-on.
That kid kind of like the guy we didn't see that we drafted in the 6th round last year out of Boise State, the first Egyptian-born player drafted, that Ahmad Hassanin. He never even played football till he went to college.
Is that the guy that had the hype up incident at the combine last year with the Ravens coach with Chuck Smith? Is that the same kid?
No, this kid he was out of Boise State. We picked him in the 6th round and we called him at home, and he was so shocked he got a call. He thought it was a joke.
But there were a lot of jokes going around that year. Remember the Falcons?
Yeah, there was. Yeah, the Falcons. I've been calling them back for a long time.
Speaking of jokes, man, it looks like JOK might be retiring. Injuries, man, and it's so sad because he is the prototype for today's linebacker.
Yep,
he's the
prototype. They had JOK and Schlesinger. Oh, Lord have mercy.
You know what it is? The football guard said you can't have both. We don't get one or the other. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't have both. That's cheating. That's cheating. You can't have both.
That man took a thigh to the head.
It was already a great defense last year with Devin Bush, right? But like, good Lord, if they'd had JOK, it would have been nasty.
Their roster is pretty good and young.
It is. You think Coach Monk the right guy?
What is that secondary combine they do for the lesser players? Do you guys know when that is?
They still do that? I knew they used to have the regional combines, but I don't know if they still do them.
I know.
I was going to say, what was I saying? I don't even remember what I was saying.
Man, do they still have the regional combines?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
That's what I thought. When is that coming up? Because I'll tell you what, there's a guy I want to go see play.
Game Duggar? That's mine.
I want to see Trip J. Anum out of Toledo.
Oh, him too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's nice.
5'11", 230, runs like a bowling ball with legs.
That's my boy right here, Aiden Fisher. There he is.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the other instinctual guy. And his short area quickness is good too.
So like I said,
that's the
like
computer.
I said earlier with the D line.
He's quick and fast. That's what I like about Aiden Fisher.
Ooh, come on, go Day.
The biggest thing you're gonna see with this one is like, especially that last push forward, that's where you see everybody trip. That's because they don't plant their feet. They just go straight forward as opposed to play.
Right. That's really a DB skill.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
But that,
Now, if you do
so
that
many,
real smooth,
I saw so many slip blocks from Fisher where he would go and just give like the defender a little shoulder, and they wouldn't even touch him. He'd be in the backfield.
Yeah, crazy work. You know who I think is going to kill this drill? Kyle Lewis. He's so fluid, bro. He's like a DB. Kyle Lewis is so smooth in his. I mean, he's like one of the best coverage linebackers in this draft, and you could tell he has DB background because he's very fluid.
It's good to see Deontay Lawson doing drills.
That cat out of Buffalo. What is that?
Red Murdoch.
Yeah. How was he?
I love Red Murdoch, man. He's a
thumper. More of the computer, or is he more of the athletic freak?
He's weird. Like, I would say he's definitely more of a little bit of a computer because he's going to come in smaller. But he's such a thumper. It's like he reminds me of the lesser version of what York is later, like earlier in this class, where he's just such a thumper. He's such like a big hitter. But I've said it before. CJ Allen's my guy in this class, linebacker wise.
Georgia.
Yep. He's been my guy from the start. For some reason, everybody just figured out that he was running checks and that he was moving coverages when it was pretty obvious on film if you watched him that he was doing that constantly. Classic version of watching an all 22 of a player versus the highlights. Like highlights.
Man,
I don't even
listen, bro. I don't do no highlights. Hey, look, so man, my wife at work and my daughters, they like terrorists, bro.
Oh yeah, you got to
crazy. They be like, daddy, because it's like, bro, I'm telling you, if I was just doing nothing or whatever, it wouldn't bother me. But since I'm live, they got 1,000,001 questions. They're not getting along. All types of
kids,
stuff.
Man. That's kids.
I'd be like, you know, I'm live.
That's kids.
But daddy, I got. All right.
What's that cartoon that Cedric?
I love my babies though. Love my babies.
Babies,
they don't.
But yo,
smooth.
Hey, coach, we got to get you down to the Senior Bowl, man.
I've been telling my wife the past 2 or 3 years that I'm going, and then we get there, it's time to go, and I just don't go. It ain't but like a 2.5, 3 hour drive from me.
I was about to say, ain't you down the south? You down south already?
Mm-hmm. And so I've been saying I'm gonna go, and then be out of school for them 3 weeks of Christmas. I was like, I ain't going, but I'm going.
Hey, let me know, bro. I can get you credentials. I can get you credentials under my thing and make it easier for you.
I'm with Roundtable IO
because they've changed a lot of stuff now that it's not under Jim Nagy anymore. And so for us, because I've been going since 2016, I just go in there and all I got to do is, hey, are you? They actually send me an email. Are you attending this year? Yes, and then they just send my credentials. So and I just put a list of people. Jordan goes under me. Jay goes under me. Mr. Bill, they all go under me. So let me know. When we get close, and then I just get you, and all you got to do is pick them up from the box office once you get down there.
Okay, now I'll get with you about like where to stay and all that good stuff too.
Yeah. So this year I stayed at a hotel. Jay and them, bro, this is crazy. Jay and them rented this Airbnb, right? And it's in Alabama, and it was basically like it was almost like a museum or something. Like it was one of those places that they basically preserved or whatever, and it was owned by some wife or woman from the Confederacy.
Yeah, the financial officer of the Confederacy.
The financial officer of the Confederacy. It's crazy. So, but it was a beautiful home though. Like it was like just looking, I was like, wow. Like my wife is an archaeologist, and so I was like, man, you would love this, like that type of stuff, preservation and all that stuff. It was a nice home, but I can definitely hear the the Confederate ancestors rolling over in their grave as I walked in.
you know where I'm from, so
it still cracked.
Oh yeah.
It still cracked me up when you were like, I don't know if my ancestors.
Which is the sip part, right? That's the sip part.
Yeah.
It still cracks me up when you were like, I don't know if my ancestors would want me staying here, and I'm like, I don't know if my ancestors want me.
Bro, for real. I was like, they was like, yo, you can stay with us. I was like, no.
Man, my hometown still has
beautiful homes,
9 or 10 antebellum homes in it.
Yeah, that's what it's like, an antebellum home. It's beautiful though.
And most of the economy for my hometown is from the tourism for those antebellum homes.
Those houses are like, they don't make houses like that no more. Like, they just beautiful inside out. I did a whole video. I walked in, did the tour and everything. Beautiful home. I was surprised they actually rented it out for Airbnb. I was like, this is kind of crazy that y'all Airbnb in this, but whatever. I guess you got to pay the bill some way.
And Reflex, I see your comment in the chat about CJ Allen sucking coverage. One, I don't think he does. I think that's been like a misconception for a lot of people. But the other side of it is what he does in coverage is move his nickels around and move everybody around him like a chess piece. And so he doesn't stick out nearly as much in coverage, but he moves everybody around to be in better coverage as a whole team. And I think that's like something that gets lost. Like, I watch him do checks all the time where he'll switch routes with a corner just like mid break, and you'll see him do it so smoothly. And I think that's just such an underrated skill to have. I still stand like he might not have as much athleticism as a lot of these guys in this class, but what he does is he has way more intelligence.
You see him and Fisher, they communicating pre-snap and post-snap.
Yep.
Yeah, no, they are. Yeah. Oh, that was the question before I got disturbed. So the question was, do you think Todd Monken is the right guy in Cleveland?
I'm a Monken fan, and and I think he is a stopgap for something.
Yeah.
But I do think he's going to. I don't say he is. I think he could shock them and have some success.
Yeah, I love his.
He got a lot of young pieces.
I was gonna say I love his authenticity, right? Like Monk is him. You know, no matter what. Like did you hear what he said at the combine? He said they asked him about the suit or something. He was like, "Yeah, I got this with my last little bit of freebies that I had from the Ravens." Like Coach Monk is just so authentic and just so real.
And that's why that's not a front. I've been in the meeting room with him. When he was at LSU.
Yeah, that's him.
So that is authentically him. Like when you see him at the press conference and stuff, like when we had a one-on-one meeting for about an hour, and he was the same dude. The same dude.
I don't know if he's fully right for the Browns, because I don't know if there is a person on the planet who's fully right for the Browns. That being said, though, I think he's the right guy for Shador. He believes in Shador, which a lot of people wouldn't.
Yes, I love that he's already doubled down on Shador, believes in Shador, and you can tell that locker room believes in Shador.
Yeah,
you can tell that locker room truly believes in Shador. Like they you got Myles Garrett hitting them with the, you know what I'm saying, and the veterans talk about Shador, and then Monk is not afraid to say, yes, that's my guy. Yeah, that's my quarterback. I like him. I believe in him.
He got Jerry Judy to play hard for him.
Yeah,
that's tough to do.
That's impressive. Yeah, first round grade, just that makes you.
I started to freak out for a minute. I went to linebacker, and Averill Reese wasn't there, and that's because they moved him to the defensive end room.
Yep.
Yeah, they moved him to an edge. Yeah. I think that's going to be a mistake. I don't see pure edge from Averill Reese. You know what I see? I see an off-ball linebacker who can blitz. I don't see an edge rusher though.
I see
he's a good blitzer. Patrick Queen is a good blitzer, but that don't mean he's an edge rusher, right? Like I just see a guy that's a good blitzer, and because Micah Parsons did it, everybody's like, well, this guy can do it too, because everyone's not Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons is one of one. He's a unique guy in that way, and I think he was always an edge rusher. I think the off-ball linebacker was a thing that he could do, but when he got to Dallas, he had trouble understanding. Remember we talked about that computer versus athletic freak? Micah was the athletic freak at off-ball linebacker who just couldn't compute where to be at the right time, and they played too slow. And I remember at the time the defensive coordinator moved him to edge and said, okay, well, let's just see you rush the passer. Let's just see you just see ball, get ball. And he did that, and it was like, okay, all right, you're an edge rusher. You're an edge rusher. You're not an off-ball linebacker. You're not a computer, but you are an athletic freak as an edge rusher, and you can do that. Averill Reese is an athletic freak, but I don't think to the level of a Micah Parsons. I also don't think he's a natural edge rusher. So, we'll see. I just hope no one, because there's been projections in mock drafts having him going number 2, and I'm like, I don't know about that. Like,
let me ask y'all this question: Who made the most money today?
Sony Styles made a lot of money, But that's low hanging fruit. That's low hanging fruit.
I got a
the
different
one who made some money. I'm gonna give you two names. Albert Regis. That boy made some bank today.
Yeah, he did.
Albert Regis made money, and my boy from Penn State,
Danny Davis.
No,
Durant.
Zane Durant.
Zane Durant.
Zane Durant made some money today. Yeah,
defensive tackle. Yeah,
Albert Regis and Zane Durant for me.
I wanna throw something back up on the Arvell Reese thing too, because this was something I was thinking about. If I could see him in like any type of usage, it's kind of similar how the Ravens first used the Darius Smith when he got there, where they would play him off ball at random times. He'd be out there blitzing. He'd be kind of like in between, and they would use him in a bunch of different roles and like taking advantage of his pure athleticism. That's how I'd want to see Arvell Reese used at the next level, at least for the start. And then you could kind of develop him more into one natural position.
Mm-hmm. Just let him be an athlete. Put him in athletic situations.
Yep.
I think what's my other defensive end for Texas Tech?
Romello Height.
Romello Height. That's who it is. That's who I think
he made money?
some money today.
Yeah,
I thought he lost money. Actually, I'm on the other
agree.
side. I thought he lost money. I thought he lost money, bro. He didn't test very well. He came in smaller than
39.
Yeah, he was small, and then he didn't look like. Okay, so if you're going to be small, you need to test extremely athletic, and he just didn't. And then when we saw him at the Senior Bowl, like standing on the sideline watching him, he got overwhelmed in run defense. Like when they was running the ball at him, he couldn't set the edge, and he just got engulfed. You know.
Now a lot of them cats even watch the tape. Even some of the elite guys don't stop the run. They rush the passer at a 90, but they run defense is 60 something. But I feel like that'll be better once they get weight on them.
That's why I think Keldrick Faulk is going to get drafted pretty high, because Keldrick Faulk from Auburn.
Yeah, Auburn. Mm-hmm.
Because at 20 years old, he's an elite run defender as a prospect.
Mm-hmm.
He's really raw as a pass rusher, but I think it's easier to teach someone how to rush the passer than it is to stop the run. I think stopping the run is a much difficult skill set. And
stopping the run is a want-to thing.
That's a want-to. That's an attitude. And he engages. He locks out. He sets the edge. He's long. He's 6'6". He does that already in an elite level. And you can teach him how to rush the passer, but he already does the one thing you need him to do, which is stop the run, already really good. I think he earned some money because he did test pretty well.
I was gonna say I want to throw two other names that I think made a lot of money this week. We talked about him earlier in the pod, but Malachi Lawrence made himself some business.
Yes.
What a stud showing.
He's a stud. Yeah, he's a stud.
I think George Gunn's the guy I'm gonna have to go watch back on tape just like I got earlier. But then my third, George Gunn's. Yeah.
Yes. Bro, I'm like, who is this kid?
Yeah, exactly. That's right. I'm like, I did not like this. This is the definition of like this is why I think the combine's important. You see a guy where you've watched his tape a little bit and you've watched like one or two games, but then like all of a sudden you see something you didn't see and you're like, whoa, where did that come from?
You know what that remind me of? Nick Imawari last year.
Yep. Well, Nick Imawari's problem to me always was that he was thinking too much. I always thought he had it. His problem was like you could literally watch him think while he was on the field, and as opposed to like going off of pure instinct. When he was going pure instinct, he was a million miles an hour.
Mike was the perfect coach for him, though.
Yeah.
Yo, when I saw him, because I didn't see any film on him before the combine last year, and obviously he had that great combine, and I went to the film thinking I was going to see this.
Yeah.
Dude that's flying all over the field, making all kind of plays, doing all kind of stuff, and he just like you said, he played slow. But not because of speed slow, just thinking.
Yep. And then another guy I want to throw out there that like I think we've talked about ad nauseum at this point, but I still want to bring him up. Caleb Banks is built like an Olympic god. That guy's a freaking nature, man.
Same vertical as Bronny James,
which is crazy.
I didn't even think of that. That's crazy. Real.
But when you turn that film on, though, you don't see that with Caleb Banks. Like when you throw that film on, that all 22. That athlete doesn't, like you just said with Emmanuel Ray, coach, that athlete doesn't show up on film, and he also runs hot and cold, which is, I have a problem with the guy who
I see glimpses of it this year.
He
didn't play enough to to be consistent. I see, you know, on a few snaps, you see him with his athletic ability at that, and you always got to put at that size when you see him do stuff.
My
He's so
only
darn
issue
big.
is that, like, when I see you do it sometimes, that means you can do it all the time.
Yes.
And the fact that you don't do it all the time and you take plays off and you run cold sometimes, then that makes me like, okay, it's the ticker. Then it's just like you're not motivated. Like, okay, so what do we have to do to get you motivated? Because I've seen a lot over my years of doing this, coaching and scouting and doing all these things. I've seen talented players, but I've seen a lot of guys with talent wasted because they don't have they don't play hard. They don't have the effort. They don't have the want to. And you sitting there thinking, man, if you would just really just give 100%, man, you'll be outstanding. You'll be a Hall of Famer. But they won't
have
do
high
it.
motor guys that nowhere close to as talented as some people. They stick and stay in the league.
Yeah. One of the sayings that I always remember, and it's still true to this day, is talent. I mean, hard work will always beat talent if talent don't work hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's true.
Look at when we had Ndamukong Suh and Nick Fairley, and he was asked about who was the better athlete, him or Nick Fairley. He goes, Nick Fairley. If he freaking try, he's better than me.
Fairley at Auburn with Cam. Auburn had two players.
That's it.
Cam and Nick Fairley. They won during national championship.
And they won the national championship. That's all they needed.
They
had two freaks on each side of the ball.
I want to throw something out there that's official now. Well, it's still technically unofficial, but official in terms of where we're at. Rass just said that Sonny Styles is the #1 ranked linebacker prospect they've ever had out of 3,215 in terms of athletic profiles. And that has been measured from 1987 to 2026. Most athletic middle linebacker they've ever seen.
Wow. My man just set a precedent.
Throw money.
He just set a precedent. He literally just said it like he's the new age linebacker.
Yeah.
You know, and here's the thing, Trenton Simpson has a lot of that same athletic profile as Arvell Reeves, as Sonny Styles. So if you believe one of these guys can do it, can be that guy for the Ravens, then you already have that profile on your team. At this point, we just need the coaching to get it out of them. And here's the thing. So I one of my buddies who I play high school football with is a linebackers coach for Clemson. He told me, like, the thing about Trent is that Trent had to play a different position every year in college.
Yeah.
He was a safety one year. He was a nickel corner. He
got worse when Venables left.
Yeah, he was an edge rusher. He was a linebacker. They asked him to do something different every single year. And so when he got to the NFL, it was like, all right, you're a linebacker now, right? But then you got rid of the elite coach that was developing him because he didn't play a lot his rookie season. But that game against the Steelers at the end of the season, he looked crazy. He looked generational. Like, he sacks, coverage, everything. You're like, oh, okay, we got something special here. And then you go and you switch to the inexperienced defensive coordinator, and then he looked like he regressed, right? And so now we're going back.
And the linebacker coach that first year was terrible too.
Yes. So now that you fast forward to a better coaching staff, a better defensive coordinator, better head coach as far as defense is concerned, and a better we got the same linebackers coach from last year. He did take jumps last year. You saw that in his game. Trenton Simpson could be something, man. We could be watching. We could already have that special elite athlete already on the team. Problem is that unfortunately he's going into the last year of his contract, and if he goes crazy, we might be in a Tyler Linderbaum type situation next year with Trent Simpson, trying to decide can we pay him, can we afford him? Like, I mean, it sucks. You know what I'm saying? It sucks. It sucks, especially
it's a business. It's gonna be somebody. It's gonna be a position every year.
During the Harbaugh era, we wasted so many young guys because they didn't get real true playing time until the last year of their contract. And then they priced themselves out.
It was the comp thing. It was the comp, their comp, whatever. That was they playing.
Yeah. Hey, you're gonna sit for 2-3 years, you're gonna play mighty, gonna play here and there, but that fourth year, you're gonna play a lot, it's gonna be a contract year, you're gonna be motivated, you're gonna ball out, and then you're gonna go off and you're gonna become a free agent, and then we're going to use the term price himself out.
Yep.
I don't want to see that no more. I don't want to see that no more. I want to see our young guys play. And these Peoples was one of the highest rated PFF interior defensive lineman early in his rookie season. I think the first 3 games, he was the highest rated interior defensive lineman.
Look how they massacred my boy.
And then he didn't play again. He didn't play again for the rest of the season.
Yep.
It's insane. So we got Trevor Sakima coming on the pod, PFF. Y'all know Trevor Sakima. He'll be on the podcast on this Sunday. I gotta ask him, man, like about Aeneas Peoples, because apparently the world saw in Aeneas Peoples what our coaches did not.
I heard that he messed up on some run fits, and he got in the doghouse.
So you're not allowed to make mistakes as a rookie.
Yeah, the 6th round pick rookie at that.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, come on, can we coach him up? Can we tell him what to do so he don't do it again?
You know how that doghouse is.
Yeah, that dog, you don't get out of it.
Yeah, right.
New York Giants.
That doghouse been retired. Retired some folks.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. Shout out to my man,
the running back.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The running back, Hassan Williams. Shout out to him, man. Sorry about that, bro.
One fumble, retired.
One fumble, retired. Never see you again. Hey, if you on the Giants this year, if you're a player, don't fumble, and unless you're a big time player, you can fumble. But if you're not, don't fumble. Don't make mistakes, because we'll never hear from you again.
Going to the shadow realm.
Going to the shadow realm. We'll never hear from you again. John, don't be playing, man. Golly. Stall him out, Debo. Right. Stall him out.
Yes.
That's the thing is with them young guys. If you draft them, let them play. Let them play. Deal with the mistakes early in the season. By the time you get to week 10 or 11, they ain't rookies no more.
Exactly. That's what the Rams do a really good job at.
Mm-hmm.
They let their young players play. Ooh, Cam Ball is rolling.
I saw them earlier.
I'm so excited for this because now I can actually write official heights without it being rounded because it actually shows you.
Is this the replay of earlier? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. Bro, that's a big man rolling, dog.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually missed
310 pounds.
Watching this again, so yeah.
310 pounds.
With one of my publishers here in about a half hour. So
Thank you. Reflex Angela said, that's what you're supposed to do. Let your young players play because that also helps your team's cap situation.
Especially with the million picks we have every year.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. You'd hope.
What's the point of doing a comp pick situation if we're not going to actually use the players?
Right.
So if you
now we got all of our players hitting free agency all at the same time. That's the crazy part. We had 3 tight ends scheduled to hit free agency. We had a running back. We had a punter, a center. You had what else? You had a couple of interior defensive linemen, some special teams guys, a couple of wide receivers. All these guys hitting the free agency at the same time. I mean, there's no way that Linderbaum, Likely, Kolar, Stout. I mean, our entire draft class from 2022 will all hit free agency. And like, wow, none of these guys got signed like a couple years before. Like, it just didn't make sense. Thank God they got Travis Jones done because that would have been to not have Metabiki or Travis Jones. That would have been a travesty.
I just
you would went to the season as John Jenkins as your number 1 D tackle. That wasn't gonna fly. And I like John, but that wasn't gonna fly.
I just realized this whole time because I changed my bottom, like the bottom thing under my name every single time we do this. I didn't realize it was Caleb Banks vibing this time. So yeah, here's Caleb Banks and he's vibing.
Yes, sir.
That's a big fella right there.
Yeah, after 2 screw ups on the 40, runs it at this baby.
5-0.
At what, 320?
Yeah, 320. 327 he came in at.
If anybody ever wants to get their Lions news daily, I go live every day at noon Eastern. My channel's Kneecap Biting with the Motor City Lions. So come on in and check us out. I do an NFL show every Wednesday night at 9:30 p.m. and it's a bunch of fans of different teams getting together and talking ball.
Okay.
No,
and we love to have you.
We love that. We love to have you, man. Thank you.
If you guys want me back tomorrow, I'm free. I'll come back and join you tomorrow.
Of course.
Yeah, you're always welcome. Always welcome.
Always welcome, brother. We love you.
Good to meet you, Jeremy.
Yeah, and then your Lions, man. Listen, the Ravens and the Lions are like two peas of the same pod, man. Like, you know, two Super Bowl contenders going this way, and then all of a sudden we both had a down year in the same year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we both missed the playoffs. Yeah, did y'all see that? That Sonny Styles got a perfect RAS score of 10.0.
Yeah, I downloaded.
That's what he was saying earlier, yo.
Oh, that's what he's saying. Okay, yeah.
And
Yeah, the number one linebacker ever.
3,760 some linebackers they've done since 1987.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've never seen anybody's sheet, because I'm looking at it now, that's all green.
Yeah, I'm colorblind, so I still have it.
You said all green.
It looks all red, but it's all good. All right, have a great night, guys.
All right, man. Hey, that is crazy, bro. I've never seen all green.
Nobody ever. Oh, I haven't close seeing that. I'm pretty sure Montalore had one last year.
Jeremiah Smith just tweeted all freaks. He just tweeted freaks. Yep. Yeah, Ohio State is definitely freaks, man. Like, Jesus. What is going on in Ohio State? What's in the water?
Yeah, what's in the water?
NIL.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
NIL. That's what brought my college team back. I like Miami. And if it wasn't for NIL, we probably still been struggling.
Yeah, we're gonna have to flip some George Gums film eventually on this pod.
What school you represent, Coach?
I like Miami. That's not why
you're a Kings fan?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you go to school?
Alcorn and Southern Miss. Alcorn State, Southern Miss. Undergrad at
nice,
Southern Miss,
nice.
Masters at Alcorn.
Nice. Alcorn that's where Steve McNair went, right?
Alcorn.
Alcorn, right?
Don't
say
that too loud. Don't say that too loud, Mississippi.
Oh, really? Why? Is that a bad thing?
Because you're saying it wrong.
Cawthorn.
Oh, Alcorn, not Elkhorn.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Right, my bad. That's my Baltimore accent, man. My bad.
It's all good. Everything, it ain't just Baltimore. It's everybody outside of our little block of the world says it until they get correct.
Okay, Alcorn State. Okay,
because it do look like
that is where Steve McNair went, right? It do look like Alcorn State.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is okay. Cool. I saw every game he played except for his first one, his freshman year.
Wow.
His classification in college was right along my classification in high school. So his freshman year in college was my freshman year in high school, and Alcorn was 40 minutes from where I live. So every Saturday we was there.
Wow, man, yeah, Alcorn students. I went to University of Maryland, so yeah, I'm a Terp, man.
One of my old players was there 2 years ago. He left.
I'm a unanimous Pac-2 winner. I'm a Cougar.
Pac-2. Yeah, he went to Washington State.
Yeah, I'm a Washington State.
Yeah.
You from that area?
Yeah, I live in Seattle right now.
Beautiful part of the country.
It is.
It is.
Northwest.
I was
a beautiful part of the country.
I went to just there.
It's a snow, not a snow, I'm tripping. A waterfall park when I went out there. What's the name? But anyway, beautiful. The mountains, the trees, the waterfall. It's amazing. The food.
Yep. I wish there was a little bit more food options as opposed to seafood, but the seafood's good down here.
No, for sure. Yeah. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. I just went to Oregon last year. The end of last year, I went to Oregon for because I live in Cali now, but I went to Oregon and bro, the food just beautiful. The natural green, the trees, the greenery out there. It's just like it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's different.
Beautiful. Like, hey, Coach, what's your thoughts at pick 14? Like, what do you? Yeah,
I'm conflicted now.
What's your thoughts? Your gut feeling on? And I was about to say, what's your gut feeling at 14? What do you think?
I was thinking my guy from Miami, Francis first, but I don't think he's gonna be there. And then I sold myself on Banks. I'm iffy on Woods.
You iffy? I love.
Yeah, I'm iffy on Woods. I gotta watch more. I'm iffy on him right now.
Watch the year before's tape because that's when everybody at Clemson was actually good.
Okay, and that's what I haven't done. I haven't watched anybody's 2024.
Like literally all of those kids from Clemson looked 10 times better in 2024 than they did in 2025. Almost every single one of them across the board.
Wow. So that's a Dabo thing?
Yeah, that's what we're trying to figure out.
Because going back to the Trent Simpson stuff,
I ain't gonna lie to you, might have been.
Yeah.
When Venerable was there, Trent played edge and nickel-ish.
They asked those guys to do different things. Bro.
Yeah.
Somebody else do the same thing. Purple, black, and gold. They do the same thing. Draft people and move them, and then expect them to be good.
Mm-hmm. You see that Nate Wiggins, he said he talked to Nate Wiggins a lot. And they all kind of same thing though. Like you said, like they asked to do a lot at Clemson, you know, and when you get to that point, it's just like, well, when they get to the league, it's like, okay, now we want you to play this position full time, and it's just like that's a difficult ask, you know, because they've never been a full timer at one position. They've asked to do a lot of things, you know. Now I get it. They're trying to create versatility in their players. It's the old saying, the more you can do, but it also kind of hinders their full potential. This is 2024 tape of Peter Woods at versus Louisville. So this is the year that Jordan's talking about. As you can see, though, he's lined up on the edge. He's lined up at 3. He's lined up. They use him all over the field. His versatility is incredible.
And the other side of it is too, is like when he's lined up on the edge, it frees up TJ Parker, who has a way better season this year as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I was gonna say, I felt like TJ had a better season. I was gonna say that, but
yeah,
it just like I said, I had looked at last year to know that.
Him, Antonio Williams, Peter Woods, all 10 times better in 2024.
Agreed, 100%. You see, now he got his hand in the dirt and he's lined up inside. So like he's 0. Like so he's again just on one drive. Like he's edge rusher. He's 3 technique. He's 0 technique. Like they asked him to do a lot.
We move into this positionless football type stuff. If you get guys like on the front that can do that to mirror, you know, Imawari, Kyle, you know, these 2 freaks from Ohio State, because they ain't gonna play the same position. They ain't gonna be in one spot. They're gonna be moved around. So the offense got to figure out where they at. So the more you can do, the better you'll be. So I mean, his versatility may put him above some of those other guys, because Banks ain't doing all that. Banks really gonna be at a 3 or a 1, and that's it. Well, you got Woods at a 5, a 3, a 0. Probably play some 2 and 4 eyes.
Exactly, and that's what makes him versatile. I mean, that's what makes him valuable, I should say, because he could do so much, and he's a chess piece on your D-line. To me, I think he's the perfect Metabike replacement / insurance, just in case. Right now, if you can get Metabike back, then I mean Travis Jones, Peter Woods, and Metabike. Good lord, that's a nice three-man front. But if you don't have Metabike, I think Peter Woods has a similar skill set.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah.
But as far as to really answer the question at 14, man, I thought I had something in my brain, but after watching, starting to watch guys and see what they do and the guys that's been projected to us.
Listen, it's Sony style.
Picking a wide receiver.
I'm sorry. No, I've been pushing that too. To me, I'm thinking it's either Peter Woods, Mekhi Lemon. I'm even open to Denzel Boston at that pick because he's that big outside X receiver, 6'4". I can't wait to see what he does at the combine.
Yeah, I hate him to miss that Saturday. I'm gonna watch the replay later on or something.
Somebody just sent me a message that Caden Curry was going to run the 40, but his arms were too short to reach the ground from the starting position, so he couldn't.
Trolling.
That sound like a Bane joke.
He actually even came in with worse than Bane, 30-1.
You know what? That's a good point. I'm glad you brought that up, Coach. What's your thoughts on Bane coming in?
If he make it to 14 and we don't draft him, send some personal messages.
Same here.
I'm saying though, but
personal
the 30-inch arms don't bother you.
Don't care.
Yeah,
don't care.
Yup. With it, Coach.
Don't care. Now that is the only team that I watched every game of this year because of being a fan. And he even though he lost to Indiana, he kicked their butt. Kicked Ohio State butt, kicked Florida. Everybody he played, he kicked their butt.
Yo, why did the Bills just hire Trace McSorley?
Let's go, Trace. Throwing him a dime like you ain't even trying.
The Bills are hiring former Ravens quarterback Trace McSorley to their staff under Joe
Trace
Brady.
McSorley, man, so inspirational.
Trace McSorley spent 2.5 seasons with the Ravens after Baltimore drafted him in the 6th round. What is Trace? What is it? I mean,
you said the
Trace,
Jets.
He's smart. No, the Bills.
Okay. Oh, the Bills. Yeah. Good for him.
Yeah.
That's an actual good job.
Yeah, it is a good job. Yeah. Shout out to Trace McSorley, man.
That's how you treat your time in the NFL, man. It's not for long, but see where you could stick.
The Commanders are releasing starting center Tyler Biadasz. Yeah. 28 years old. Wow.
The Cowboys went to Redskins and now he's free.
Yeah. Hey, Coach, you think Matabike signs? What's your gut feeling? I'm not Matabike. Sorry,
Linderbaum,
Travis.
Linderbaum. Sorry, Linderbaum.
Like I said the other day on the show, if it's 20 or below, yes. If he want more than 20, we'll see you later, cuz. And I'm an old. I know the O-line has to have some kind of uniformity to be good.
Right.
But if the main guy is making 18,
yeah,
how are you jumping $4 million over him?
Yeah, that's the same thing I said. How you go from 18 to 23, 24? That's crazy. That's a ridiculous jump. That don't even make sense to me. You know, that don't make sense to me. Like how can you jump that high and you're not even a first team All-Pro? You know,
I understand going up a little bit because you're the next guy up, which is, you know, that's the way of the business.
Right, but right. Next man up. Yeah.
You're trying to reset something.
Yeah.
And then we definitely can't franchise him because that's what, 27, 28?
Yeah.
You know, I wanted
you franchise him and then the next center ain't going to accept nothing less than 20, you know what I'm saying?
Well, the thing is, it's all based off of tackle money. Like they grouped the whole O-line together. Which is franchise tag, it's $28 million. Which is another reason.
Tackle and IOL.
Which is another reason too, because with the multiple Pro Bowls, you see him turn down a 5th-year option because that also became the franchise tag money. So it's like either way, you're looking at $28 million for a 5th-year option. You don't want to deal with that.
Yeah. Then you got to deal with what you're gonna do with Zay. So we owe a lot of money to a lot of people at the same time.
Not very smart to have everybody. You have to pay everybody all at once. This is Zane Durant. He had a really good combine. I thought he made a lot of money, so it's cool to kind of check back in on his tape. And this was this year against Ohio State, which is it's a good film to watch because this is kind of what you're going to see in the league, right? You know, Ohio State is,
and that's what I do when I go look at guys like stuff we've been doing for our show. I pretty much I look at the schedule. I see the 4 toughest games.
Exactly.
Them the 4 I go watch.
And
I don't want to see you against McNeese State. You know, I'm sorry, I just don't. You know, I'm just like, you know, no shade in McNeese State, but like, of course you're going to dominate that game. I want to see you against the toughest competition. Like last year, watching Mike Green's tape. First game I watched was Ohio State, right? Because you know he played at Marshall, so Ohio State was obviously the biggest opponent they had on the schedule, and he did very well against them.
Yes, he did. That's what sold me on when we, you know, I didn't know we was going to draft him and whatnot, but there's his performance versus Ohio State. Not the entire team did not belong, but he did.
Yeah, you could tell he's the only one that like, yeah, he shouldn't be on that team. You know what I'm saying? You watch,
right.
you watch. He's like he shouldn't be on that team. So, Moggs coming in, he says, might be time to save some bread on McGovern or another free agent center and draft a Connor Lew, Pat Coogan, or Logan Jones.
I like Coogan.
I do like Coogan a lot too. Carter Lou is not bad either. I like Carter Lou, but Coogan is he anchored the Indiana offensive line. When you think about what happened, I mean, when you think about just Linderbaum's good, and I hate it because he absolutely is the perfect scheme fit for the offense we're about to run.
Yep,
he's the ideal center for that scheme fit, and then he might end up leaving. The thing is okay. So I saw your video, Coach, about Linderbaum and EDC saying that they gave him a market setting offer.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the offer was? Do you think it was 20? Do you think it was, I mean, like, what do you think?
My guesstimation was 20 even.
Okay.
Now, I was assuming 20 even, and because I mean that makes you the highest paid center.
Mm-hmm.
It resets the market that a little bit, and you'll be the first center to probably ever make 20 mil.
Yep. So I agree with that.
In my mind, I've seen 20.
Something like that, 2021. 21 million. You say you want to be a Raven. You're getting to snap the ball to an MVP, Hall of Fame quarterback, and you're getting ready to be thrusted into a system that is a perfect scheme fit for you. I just don't know where he's going to find another place that's going to check all the boxes. You know what I'm saying? Scheme fit, check. Quarterback, check. Money, check. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know where you're going to find another place just going to check all the boxes. Yes, someone can give you more money, but all the other boxes won't be checked.
Right.
You know what's so funny about this game is you're literally watching turns of Zane Durant like beating his guy, and then the next play you'll see Danny Dennis' son beat his guy. it's like back to back. So it's one or the other.
They work really good in tandem. Zane Durant.
A lot of that stuff matters, man, with these kids.
Yeah.
Depending on who's there to kind of mentor them and the scheme fit. Chris was the first person that really paid attention to it. His always scheme fit when you draft somebody. You can draft one of the most athletic and productive college guys.
That's my boy.
And they can get to the NFL and be in the wrong system and disappear.
Yeah.
I feel that about Isaiah Simmons. All that athletic ability and just wasn't in a spot that kind of knew what to do with it. And so they made him play a position he wasn't good at.
Mm-hmm. And I blame Clemson for that because they never gave him a true position. Mm-hmm. So when he came out, it was like, well, what is he? And that's kind of where Arvell Reese is. It's like, what is he? Is he an edge rusher? Is he a linebacker? And I think, that can hurt your stock more than it can help.
Tell you what, don't let Mike McDonald get his hands on it.
Good Lord. I'm hoping Jesse has that same type of impact on our players where he'll take something and just make it great. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like he does have a lot of that Mike McDonald. They're very similar in their schemes and structures. So I'm hoping that I'm hoping that we get something out of that.
I think we got a good one. I do. I really do. I think we got a good staff, a good mixture of young and old, some traditional stuff with new ideas. I think they're gonna be all right.
Yeah, I agree. A perfect staff. Like you again, for every young coach, there's a support person with experience. And I like that. You got guys who are expertise at their position. Mm-hmm. You got guys who are younger, who've done it, who can connect with players. He's constantly talking about connectivity. Mm-hmm. He's talking about teachers. That's the biggest thing that I was like. He was like, I wanted teachers. Yeah, thank you. Because I feel like our players haven't been. It's not a lot of teaching going on. And
a lot of directing.
Yeah, directing.
Well, with these new kids, they have to know the why.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They have to know the why. I know when I play, coach said, "Hey, go cover that spot." All right, coach. I'm gonna be in that spot when I'm supposed to be there. But these new kids, well, why I gotta go over there when stuff going on over here? And if you can't convey to them why, they're gonna try to do their own thing. And we all know what happens when you do your own thing on the football field.
Freelance,
exactly. Mm-hmm.
Things that make highlights, but kill you in all 22.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And it's only a highlight if it works. And most of the time it don't.
That's the alternative.
That's fact.
Most of the time it don't.
Yep. It don't. And then it's just like, okay, when it doesn't work, then everybody's looking for who to blame. But it's just like it's the coaches, right? Like the coach's job to develop the players and put them in positions to succeed. If we're not doing that, then what are we doing?
Right.
I just don't understand that.
And with us losing John, so John, he served his purpose. I just think he's out of touch with the younger kids. And I mean the younger players. I keep calling them kids, but the younger players, and that matters in athletics. It's 100%. Just and the New York gonna see it because you got the ultimate young cat in Malik Neighbors and Jackson Dart. He's not gonna connect them two cats.
Yeah, he's got a really super young team.
And then you went back and hired Roman too. And Matt, I ain't seen I only glanced at his staff because I'm trying to talk about him that much. But the guys that I know he hired, them they old cats. I don't see no kind of youth injection into that.
Matt Nagy and Greg Roman. Whew. That is that would make Ravens fans very angry if that was our coaching staff.
I'd crash out.
He said I crash out. Like, could you imagine if they ran it back with Harbaugh this year and they said, well, we're shaking it up this year. We're bringing in Matt Nagy and Greg Roman. Oh my God. Bro.
You see that meme from whatever the CBS show with the smart people. If the guy walks in there with a handful of papers and they say something to him, he just throw them up. That would have been the entire flop with that announcement.
Just
I'm done.
Just like, you know what? Y'all let me know when this is over with. This fever dream is over. That's exactly what this is. It's a fever dream. So hold on one second.
There was another weird one I saw on there's group. Brian Callahan's back there as well.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yeah. They got. I mean, you know what I called them? The FFCA. I said the Five Football Coaches Association.
Here's the one people aren't talking about. Not Dean Pease, but Matt.
No. What is like? No. I called them Five Football Coaches of America.
They also got the other Pease. They got Matt Pease down there.
That's their youth.
I think he has a gray beard in his picture.
That's their youth. Did you see the picture of the Titans guys? All of them bald.
Yeah, you gotta squat him up, man. I'm happy for the Titans though. The better signing.
Oh, you like Salah for the Titans?
Over the bags, let's go.
I like it more than I thought the Titans would be able to hire. I thought they were going to be like one of those teams sitting around for someone really bad.
Real efficient move.
And so compared to what they should have gotten, I like it a lot. And I like the staff he's put together.
Let's go quick. There you go. Pump them on.
All right, fellas. I got a dip on you. But man, hit me up and we can run this back and then talk about that other stuff too.
That's an excellent rep.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
He's got a little old school Red
I can't hear you.
Classic still work.
Oh, let me mute this.
Good night, Coach.
Short step.
But appreciate. Good to meet you, Jordan. Good to meet you. Hopefully, this ain't the last time. Let him take
1 second
first.
Yeah, take this. I want to play again. All right, 1 second. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, I'll come get you. You gonna take it? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, if you don't work, you can put a game on your phone.
Yeah, I got you. Close the door.
So precious.
Yeah, I know. Can I play a game on your phone?
There's nothing.
Oh my gosh, you back again?
There's nothing better in the world than when Matt's children appear through the logo as they suddenly arrive.
Yeah, bro. Hey, look, so I'm gonna stay in contact with you about the Senior Bowl, and then bro, let's definitely do some stuff. I see what you and Chris y'all doing some stuff. I used to do a podcast with Chris back a couple years ago. Yeah. Chris that's my guy, man. So I see what y'all doing. It's good stuff. So we can combine some stuff and network on some things. I don't know if you checked it out. Well, yesterday, we got a podcast. I got a podcast with me, Michael Pierce, and Cordell Woodland.
Mm-hmm. I saw the the logos. If I didn't know y'all had recorded yet. Y'all recorded yesterday?
Yep. Our first episode was yesterday with Hollywood Brown. We had Hollywood Brown on the show. Yeah.
How'd it go?
It went great, man. Go check it out. Black Wing Playbook on YouTube.
I will do.
And I also posted it on the Twitter account, so you could just watch it from there as well.
I'm gonna do it on YouTube.
We had Hollywood Brown on there. It was an hour-long episode, but it was really good. Hollywood shared a lot of. This is the most I've seen him be transparent. In interviews, he was really transparent. He shared a lot. He told some stories. He gave us some peeks behind the curtains of things that happened. Answered some questions. So it was really good, man. Him and Mike, just kind of both of them being on the same team together. They were on the 2019 team together, and as teammates, and kind of both the defense, the offense. It was really good. It was insightful. Check it out for sure. And again, if we can network. We do things. I'm always open to have you back on the show. I love your all 22 stuff, man. So
appreciate it.
Shout out to the coach. Shout out to Coach, y'all. Thank you, Coach, for coming on the show.
Won't be a stranger. I'll definitely be back.
For sure.
We want you back.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Coach. All right. All right, Jordan. So, day one of the combine, recap. Did it live up to your expectations?
Yeah. I mean, there were a few slower times than I'd want for some guys. But I think overall, you saw the athleticism of this linebacker class. I once again repeat that we have 2 sub-6 foot linebackers, which is insane for a class. Pass coverage back in instinct. He saw a lot of nice drills today. A couple of people were a little stutter step because, it's their first time ever running forward after running in coverage. You see that with a lot of D linemen.
Okay.
But overall, thought it was a really fun edge group. Thought it was just as fun of an interior group. And the linebackers, of course, developed the ball. Take 2 of them.
Yes. If you can't decide how many linebackers you want, just take 2. You know what the doctor say when you're not feeling well? Take 2 and call me in the morning. Take 2 linebackers and call me in the morning. I think you guys will be happy. Kevin says, thanks for carrying the conversation with Matt and Coach. We're busy, Jordan. Absolutely. Shout out to Jordan. Man, a lot of applause for you, bro. I had to go get my kid. Coach had to do something, and Jordan was carrying the conversation. This is his thing, though. Like, the combine is his baby. This is his thing. He don't need an audience. He could talk about this stuff himself if he needed to. So, shout out to you, Jordan. Thank you for carrying the conversation, bro, and keeping the space moving and filling up the air. I had to go get my baby, and then I had to talk to my son. It was, things be happening when you're live on air. You live, right? So there's not a lot of control there. So thank you, Kevin. Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate you, man. Make sure you follow us,
Kevin.
And I appreciate you, man. And hey, day 2 tomorrow, baby.
Yeah, we're excited. Time to charge up the devices.
Charge them up.
5 hours and 40 minutes today.
When we close out of here, right? Exactly. When we close out of here, call me, bro. I got something for you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Appreciate you, and we'll see you tomorrow.